It's Tony Stark's
Yeah,
lab.
Tony Stark.
Yeah. I thought
Mine
it
is
was
working.
perfect.
Mine is work in progress, as you can see.
Mm.
It's a bit simpler.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, brother man. Ooh, gosh, I'm actually really excited you're here. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks to you for doing this.
So you said it's about 6 p.m. over there in Italy?
Yeah, it's 6. Exactly 6.
Oh, not too late.
No, the time shift isn't terrible. Thank goodness.
At your place is morning, right?
Yes,
yeah, for us it's morning.
It's like 9:04. Yeah.
Where are you exactly?
Don't tell him.
Okay. That guy's in Oregon. Well, I know, man. You just got the freaking servos for your calves attached. That was pretty cool. You want to talk about... well, actually, do you want to just talk a little bit about who you are for a moment?
Yeah, very shortly. I'm Andrea. My name is Andrea, and I'm mostly a mechanical engineer. Mostly, that's what I do.
Mostly mechanic.
As a main
Whoa.
job. And then in the free time, I enjoy with this build that you saw, because over here it's not much, let's say, a diffused topic. So I decided to build it on my own. Probably abroad or in your place, you can see more of these products, but here not so many. So that's why, since it was always a passion from me, I decided to design and build this on my own.
Are you using a 3D printer?
Yeah, it's
It
printing
like
right there.
Everybody, yeah, right now.
It's printing right now, yes.
It seems like engineers really like to use this for cosplay and stuff.
Yeah, many, yes. I mean, we use it also at work for other things, but at first I bought it on my own. I didn't really know what to do. I started doing small things for the house or the usual stuff. And then I said, okay, let's try to use it for something more serious. It's a basic printer, so nothing special, but if used properly, you can have fun with it.
I would imagine that it does save you a lot of, machine hours, as far as like you actually having to sit there and physically work the stuff yourself. You could just kind of set it and forget it in the background, right? And just kind of move on to something better. Yeah,
plus this, during the COVID period, I was, as everyone, I guess, closed in the house. So I don't have a workshop here, even if I wanted to work manually with tools and stuff. So that was the only solution. As you said, you build something on your computer and you forget about it in the night, and it does the job.
That's got to be so nice.
But the downside is it takes a long time to print those things.
It
Even
depends
a
from the
simple
piece,
small
yes.
thing, right? Well, I guess it depends on the detail.
It depends on the detail, on the how full is the part, how filled is the part, I mean, on many factors. So the first build I did, it took so long. It took very long because the pieces were more big and bulky. Now on this new one, I'm trying to stay more, to have smaller pieces. I mean, to engineer it better so I can save material because it costs.
Do you wear the? Do you go to Comic Cons, or I don't know what you call them, cons, and you wear the suit?
Up to now, never, because I'm doing this since 1 year. So
that's a lot of progress.
I didn't have the chance. There was a kind of Comic-Con here last month, but I didn't manage to go because it was in another city, and since I'm moving to the new house, I had many stuff to do.
Wow.
But
are you single?
No.
You're
I
married.
live with my girl.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, you have a girlfriend.
Almost.
Okay. Oh, almost. Okay, yeah. Wow.
Ah.
Did you meet her when you were wearing the suit? Did you save her or something? Or
no, but she supports me. I'm lucky.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. She can deal with your nerdiness.
Yeah, fortunately, yes. Even if I have the whole house filled with printers and pieces.
Wow.
Printers.
Well, she's like, oh, he's an engineer. That's good.
She's very patient. Yes, sometimes.
Huh. You kind of touched on the pandemic in Italy. What was your personal experience with COVID over there in Italy, if you don't mind expanding on that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. At the beginning, it was like a movie. I mean, when they start to say you have to stay closed here, then the first period you don't really understand what's happening, but you know you have to stay closed in the house, and you start to accept it.
Yeah.
So that's also the reason why I started with this, because when you have a lot of time closed in the house, you have to work from home, you stay the whole day inside. It's better to find something to spend the time like this. But for the rest, it was not so slow, not so fast, the whole COVID experience, let's say. Maybe the last period was heavier when you were expecting it to be solved, but still was there the last month. Yes, everyone was hoping, okay, it's done, and then no, a bit more.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. It's over, right?
I guess it was the same for you, right?
We haven't heard about it actually for a little bit now.
Yeah, now
it's the flu.
Now it's disappeared. Sometimes you see someone with a mask in the street, and that's it.
Yeah, I'd say that.
I, being a teacher, I wear a mask all the time. We heard about the story in Italy, though, when COVID started, though, like a lot of older people were dying from it or something,
because Italy is,
older
big part
generation.
of the population is very old. We have this high life expectancy, let's say.
It's so the wine.
Probably, yeah. The good food and the wine, yeah.
Actually, yeah. It's good for your heart.
That's sad. So much history passing away.
There were a lot of old people and, a lot of victims too. Mostly they were not prepared. That's why. I mean, the whole system was not prepared for the big numbers altogether.
I was working a warehouse job when COVID first hit. I was not super affected. They basically split our shifts apart so that we didn't have to interact with the night shift as much. For like an hour, they would shut the place down and have a cleaning crew come in and just like clean the place up. We were wearing masks when we were about on the floor. I worked in a specific area and I still had to wear a mask, even though I wasn't like walking around. It was still just like, it was a solidarity thing, kind of really, but at the same time, we didn't know much about it, so we had to be somewhat respectful, cautious, yeah. And we would have like little team meetings about it where we would, shut down for about 30 minutes and talk to like corporate over a Zoom call about it and where our next steps were, because certain stores were getting shut down and things of that nature. And then shortly after leaving that job, I started working at, managing like a corner store. And that experience with COVID was, f***ing bananas, for lack of a better word. I'll probably bleep that out. But man, I gotta say, it sucked dealing with the general populace and like having to become one part sheriff because now I've got to enforce mask rules inside the shop. But now you're like dealing with people who feel like it's their religious and their, judicial rights, I guess, to not have to wear a mask in the stores, and they got to fight that crap. And then the mask came down after like a few years, and then we were leaving it up to store owner discretion to leave mask on, and we were like, we're not gonna fight that battle. It just became more of a hassle after a certain point than really feeling like I was doing my part, and that kind of sucks because I never even caught COVID, honestly, working at the store. The one time I did catch it was, just like A.CARD was saying, these little kids, man, they pass on disease all the time, and unfortunately my girlfriend's a child care professional and she ended up getting sick. So but honestly, my personal experience hasn't been that bad. I mean, when I got it bad. Like I felt it in my bones. It was
I couldn't smell or taste.
You lost your
really
taste? Oh,
and I
wow.
love food, so I was really sad for a whole week.
I didn't know that. Wow. Damn. I
Yeah,
got fortunate.
everyone said here too that they couldn't smell and feel taste. I didn't get it, fortunately, but
What?
everyone up to
Lucky.
now, no.
I wonder if you're one of those asymptomatic guys. You're just like, oh yeah, it doesn't really.
Yeah, could be because it's impossible. I mean, I had my girlfriend in the house with it, and I didn't get
Oh
it.
wow.
So it's
Wow.
I think it's probably asymptomatic because it's impossible.
He's more a machine than man. His biological parts can't get sick.
That's the secret.
I love it. He just keeps
Wow.
replacing it bit at a time.
I passed it to the machine.
I love it. What inspired you to start building this exosuit in the first place? I got to be honest. Were you just like sitting in a bar one day, a Marvel movie was playing on the corner, and you're like, I could do that, you know? Like what's
No, not so simple. No, I watched. I guess as everyone, I watched the movies from Iron Man for years, but it stays always in the head. Like now I don't have time because I'm studying. Now I'm graduating. Now I'm starting to work. Now it's the first years of work, so I always went on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
So now when COVID came, since I was working from home, fortunately the job was pretty stable, so I had time. I said, look, many people are building or testing exoskeletons around the world, so it won't be perfect because it's made in the house and it's 3D printed, but I will start. So I started from a small piece. I think the first one was the foot, the boot. And then from there one more, and fortunately it went in the right way, and it's continuing.
I mean,
So
at this point, man, you're almost up to a helmet. I think I saw.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Wow.
Now I'm printing the neck, and then there will be the helmet.
Oof. So is the design?
It seems like a movie, but fortunately, I mean, there are many models around that are starting to be used. I went to a, how do you call it, convention some months ago here, and they were showing some industrial exoskeletons, and you could test them. Some
Wow.
professional one. I mean, so I put some on to check how it feels.
Ooh,
The
excuse me.
feeling is not the same. It's not the same, but it's. I was pretty happy with my build because it's not such a huge difference.
So when you say there wasn't a huge difference between the industrial versions of the exoskeletons and yours, do you just mean like in the feel of the fit?
No, the fit clearly was much better for the industrial one because the ergonomy is much better.
Okay.
Since they have cushion pads and all this stuff. But in terms of how much force they give you, how much they push, the level of support, it was quite similar.
Oh, okay.
But I started to speak with the guys, and they also said when you build this type of device, since they don't have many motors, they are mostly springs and pulleys, so passive devices. They can't give a huge support to the user. So imagine if this device is pulling your arm up, and the resistance is very big, you wouldn't be able to push your hand downwards.
Yes.
So,
yes, okay.
so they all have to provide a minimum support. That's why the difference is not so big. It's not that they use huge, something weird or complicated. They use devices which anyone can get.
I see, because like you said, the science behind it, they can't put too much force, opposing force on the person's frame, so they can't go overboard. It's like, oh yeah, all the springs and all the coils, like they gotta.
Imagine like you have something that pushes your hand up. If the resistance is too big, you would have to do so much force to push it downwards. It would even block your blood flow.
Oh.
So that's why the passive devices can't be so strong. If it's something with batteries and the motors, the story is different.
That's fair.
Is
But
that
yeah.
Oh no, continue. I'll ask.
So I was saying for the passive one is like this. They can only partially support. So that's the aim, to be light and to provide a minimum support so the user doesn't get too weak, but it can resist more, let's say, to some effort.
Is that your blueprint behind your computer?
You see it, yes.
Yes.
Oh no, we gotta
that was for
blur that out.
No, it's a very old one because I have this desk where you can draw. So when I have an idea, I sketch it there and then I remember after.
Wow.
That's so cool.
It's a new field, but it's very entertaining because it's quite new. So even the companies themselves, they are making a lot of research because no one knows exactly everything about this topic. It's quite new.
Really?
So
huh.
I mean, in the research is since many years, of course.
Yeah, it never ends.
Yeah. It's when it's something connected to the human body, it never ends.
Is there ever a worry when you're adding servos and mechanics and stuff like that of things kind of overcorrecting? Like for instance, is there ever a worry that like the calf mechanism, is there ever a worry that can malfunction and somehow cause you physical harm? Like I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like overextension?
There is. I mean, of course, I have to be every time cautious. But first of all, the motors I'm using are not extremely powerful because they would require a huge power source, and I don't want to add that to the build. So it's always a minimum level. Even if the motor would go, I mean, overextend, it wouldn't cause any harm to the body, first of all. Yep. But wherever there is a motor, it's very complicated, mostly the control part, because it's not only a matter of placing two motors and a switch, and you hear the motor like in the movie. So you have to place sensors to read how the body is moving and make the motor respond appropriately to that. So the controlling part is the most challenging.
Okay.
Wow.
That makes sense. I've seen I can't remember what movie it was, but there was some old movie where they were trying to build like a exoskeleton, or it was actually like a full body suit. Mm-hmm. But then it went haywire, and one of the servos in the waist went crazy and turned all the way around. And I was like, oh.
It was Iron Man, yeah.
Is that what? Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you for. Of course.
I think it was.
I was like, is that Iron Man?
I couldn't remember. I was like, which is that too?
Yeah. Okay, of course, in the movies there is a lot of fantasy, let's say.
Yeah.
But when it comes to reality, that's the main. I mean, controllability is a very big issue. Yeah.
That went haywire really fast, really bad.
I'm not using those motors. Don't worry. You won't see me cracking.
I want you to live.
Every time I post something, people many times they comment, imagine if you crack, or is it too much force? No, it's nothing excessive.
Do you got followers from all around the world?
Yeah, I didn't expect that, but yes. That's why mostly at the beginning I was writing mostly in Italian. I was thinking someone from around here. Then I started to get followers mostly from other places. So I say, okay.
Do you record or document your progress through video, like on YouTube or anything besides Instagram?
No, not yet. First of all, I don't have the time to make videos for YouTube. I want to find it. And second, I didn't have the space up to now. But probably beginning of next year, when I will move, I will have the place to start to make even short videos. Because many are asking, and I understand YouTube is easier. Sometimes with Instagram, you post something, but it's not clear what you did or what's behind. So it's easier to make a short video explaining. And
man, I gotta admit, that video of you sweeping up the exosuit that one time was pretty sweet.
Wait,
nice. The one where it was like vroom, and then it kind of slowed down, and then it was like vroom,
that one, yeah.
Oh man, I was like, you had me. I was like, oh man, I watched it like over and over for for a few minutes.
My smartphone did everything. I just recorded and I said.
Oh, you just Damn.
Do you have any plans after you finish the suit? Do you have a next thing that you want to start building?
Just a suit.
That's the first thing. You just want to complete that, and then whatever happens later.
Ideally, I want to complete this and try somehow to make it at least in aluminum.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
because
nice.
Now it's still plastic, and it's very basic plastic because it's affordable. So when I'm printing test or prototype, I use very low-level plastic.
So it can break easy when you're testing it.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. And then you have to make a new one. Oh, no.
That's why when I come to a first complete full version, hopefully, I want to make it an aluminum or something better.
Yeah. And
but
then you'll have an actual real suit.
Yeah, then you will see me walking around. not flying yet.
Oh, well, you answered my question. I was wondering if flight was in your plans.
For those, there are those. Probably you know them. The guys from Gravity. Have you seen them?
I think so. That's the one with the turd.
Yeah,
I mean, not the turd, with the jets on
the jets on the end. Yeah.
Oh.
They're doing some pretty cool work. I got to say, man. I was really impressed when I saw that demo on YouTube.
I follow them since when they started, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Did you ever see the test in Dubai? Oh man.
I think it was when I was still in university that I was seeing the first videos where they tried in very first prototypes, and then I saw them. Whoosh.
Oh, so you were following them since they were doing the stuff in their driveway. Oh man.
Wow.
I was studying and I was like, oh, this is a student dream.
That's the one with the jets on the hands, right? That like boost you up? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the famous one where it goes across the lake or the river or whatever.
That's the next step, hopefully. When I'm ready with a suit, I will try to borrow one.
So how's that going to work, man? Your suit is so modular and you're building it to be able to bear weight. Are you just going to be able to snap rockets onto it like Mega Man or something?
Or a jetpack, something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just like...
For the moment, I'm trying to make it like that, modular. So if you want to remove something, you can attach some different modules and so on.
Oh, so cool, man.
It's fun to build. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Well, you're an engineer, so yeah.
It's the dream.
It's always fun to do something that works.
But sometimes it doesn't work. But
that's why you have to do the engineer motto.
Yeah. The important.
You know what that is?
The engineer?
Do you know the steps of an engineer?
Which one?
You plan, you blueprint, you build, you test. You
it doesn't work.
And then you
iterate.
I forgot. I used to teach an engineering class for kids.
Yeah,
there's like a whole blueprint.
Well,
it's quite a process. I mean, could you imagine what he actually does in his job, Eric?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Do you find it easier to work from home, or is it a little complicated if you don't have what you need?
It's mostly easier. It's less distraction, so you do the same thing in shorter time.
What, really? I'm the complete opposite. I get distracted at home.
No, I'm the opposite. I know it's weird, but I sit, I focus there, and because I want to be done.
Wow.
You ever turn on some like hard rock in the background, really get like Tony Stark with it, sparks flying, get the hammer.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies
music, yeah.
That's not Iron Man. No, dude, he's like AC/DC at least.
Yeah, that's right.
This fool's over here. What?
Drowning pool, come on.
Oh shit.
Hey, it's whatever you like. Whatever gets you going.
The theme is similar, so.
No, Andrea's Italian, you got the Luciano Pavarotti. Come on.
No, that's not for Iron Man.
Oh wow.
Or maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe during nap time. Jarvis, play opera.
No, I have Alexa.
No, you play the opera when you're in battle. You know, something calming and soothing when you're kicking ass.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to rename Alexa with the name of Jarvis. It didn't work.
Do you follow the Hacksmith at all? Are you familiar with that name?
Yeah,
Man, did you see his build?
I saw the first they did with the first exoskeleton they built years ago.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that built the lightsaber? Like he built like a real lightsaber?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see it? So you saw him lift the DeLorean with the exoskeleton?
Yeah.
That was impressive.
On the ground, yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive. I was like, okay.
What? Oh, what?
I mean, now he used pneumatics for you to understand there. A.CARD.
With pneumatics, you have this big advantage. You can't go around with exoskeleton, but if you're in one place, it gives you a lot of power output.
I can't remember. Did his exoskeleton brace?
I see.
Yeah, it was like two big piston cylinders on the ground.
Yeah,
and there was a compressor on the background. That's why I said you cannot move around because otherwise you have to carry the compressor, the power source.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Google. Wow. Okay.
It was a pretty impressive build, man. All what, like 12 of those videos? So long. It's a long build, but it was good. It's really impressive. And then he made his own like Iron Man Jarvis type computer system in his lab.
The office, yeah. No, they make very amazing stuff.
That guy's like I don't want to say he's like the pinnacle of engineering right now, but gosh damn, like he's up there with some big boys, man.
Yeah, plus having a whole team, it makes things much better.
True. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're an army of one.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Here we say I'm left, right, and me.
Oh, there you go. Wow, left, right, and me.
So, when did you know you want to be an engineer?
Engineer since when I was probably a kid, because I like to build small stuff.
What, Legos?
Also, or things with wood with my dad and so on. Then when I had to choose what to study after school, I was not sure if software engineering or mechanical. And then I chose for my.
So you come, what's your background? Like you come from a middle class family, high class family, average?
Normal. Yeah, average.
Yeah. What'd your parents do for work? What, like, did they do anything related?
No, my mom is a teacher.
Oh,
and my and my dad was let's call it like an electrician.
So you know he was I don't think they have unions over in Italy. I think that's just in America. So he did a hard labor job, one that he could provide for the family, you know, anything basically to put food on the table.
No, electrician like in a company was building coffee machines.
Oh, I thought you meant like an electrician. He comes over to your house, fixes some wires.
No.
Or he fixed the street wire. Okay.
No,
they're totally different over there. Okay.
Electric circuits for the coffee machines.
Hey, you're in Italy. You got to have the coffee, man.
Yeah, that's why.
You know, we call it, you know why they call it an Americano? I think it's from here, isn't it? Americano?
The Americano is extremely long, as far as I know.
Yeah, right? But in Italy, it's always the espresso, like a shot or something, right? Yeah.
Like 2 fingers top.
And then the Italians are like, what are the Americans doing over there? Look at that. They're all crazy over there. They're all hyped up on coffee beans.
Yeah, they opened Starbucks not so long ago, and they make this.
Oh, they have Starbucks in Italy?
Yeah, they not everywhere, but they opened here in the city where I am. Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Maybe 12 years ago, when I was in high school, I went to Starbucks. But now that I'm an adult, I don't like Starbucks. I usually go to local coffee shops because it's a lot better. Starbucks is like, it's all sweet. Well, you know, so, I'll get an Americano sometimes from Starbucks. I can't drink coffee as much because my heart. I would drink 2 times a day, and my heart started palpitating. It is doing some weird stuff. It scared me.
I feel my heart.
It's because you drink the long one.
I don't want to die.
Question for you, good sir. Is it mostly like vineyards and farmland in the south of Italy?
Is it mostly?
Is it mostly like farmlands and vineyards and countryside basically in southern Italy? Is that why most of the jobs are in the north?
Yeah, I mean there are countryside also in the north, but in the south is more diffuse, let's say, this type of work. So it's less industry, it's more nature, countryside, and so on. Not big cities, with some exceptions.
That's how it is in Germany. It's like the north is modern, more modern than the south.
The south is yeah.
Is that all Europe? Is it all?
Yeah, probably every country is like. Even if the south of Germany is like the north of Italy, so the south of Italy is completely another place.
Is there still what am I trying to say? Like older world architecture out there, like aqueducts and things like that, columns.
Yeah, that's in the whole Italy. You have a lot of old time architecture. We are very careful about art and old times, let's say. So in every city where you will go, you will find something typical from that city region. It's well preserved.
Oh, good. Wow. See, that's so impressive. The main reason I ask is because I play, video games that try to historically recreate, time periods like that, like time period in Italy. And I would hope that, they have truly stood the test of time. I've never been, so I would like to go see these in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've played some video games which were also here, so they are quite realistic, let's say.
Have you played Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about, man. The one with Ezio Auditore?
I knew it.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too. I assumed it's Assassin's Creed.
It's such a beautiful recreation.
If you go in some small cities, you will find exactly the same type of architecture.
That's so cool.
It's like being in the game. You will see more people, of course, modern stuff, but the architecture is very, very similar.
Isn't the Tower of Pisa slowly getting? It's straight?
No, it's not.
Oh, I was gonna say, but I hear it keeps leaning more and more each year. Like, how much longer could this building last?
No, it won't fall. I think, I'm not sure if it's leaning more and more, but for sure they make some. I don't know the English word. They take care of it.
They could just make it straight. They could just
straight. No.
I wonder if that bugs anybody. It's like, it bothers me. Then it won't be anything.
There won't be people anymore taking pictures like this.
There'll be people. It'll blow up the internet. Oh my gosh! They straightened the Tower of Pisa. Now it's just a normal old building.
They can't. Tourism is killed in Pisa if they do it.
Ay. That's like, hey, let's rebuild the Roman Colosseum. Let's fix it again.
Let's bring back Bloodsport.
Oh God, bring in the lions.
No, that's horrible. Sorry, I shouldn't joke like that. Your suit looks like the way you've got the piece going up from the shoulders to the neck. Is the helmet going to snap on to the exoskeleton?
I'm not sure how I want to do the helmet, but I mean, not 100% sure. But I want something that will just be here in the spine, on the back, on the neck, and then ideally it close on the front, so you don't have to do this movement. You just wear the suit, and then it goes in front.
I've seen something like that before. Somebody built something like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. So just be sitting out here. So would it be sitting kind of like flared out like those dinosaurs from Jurassic Park when they're like
the poisoning one, yeah.
and then you're like, helmet.
Helmet. And then spritz poison too.
Oh God!
It's poison.
The dino suit. It's the dino suit.
No poison, but probably something from the back. Yeah, because I want to avoid this. I want something that stays on the neck. So if you have to do this movement to wear the helmet, it's complicated to snap it on the neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's already there, you just have to go back and it closes in front.
I like that actually.
Interesting.
I guess you could always do some sort of spring, like some sort of butt maybe behind your head. You use enough force and it just activates the mechanism maybe.
At least something that closes here, then here probably everything like a visor big, so you don't get. I mean, your visual is not constrained when you look around.
Does it feel like some of the designs from Iron Man are actually applicable in a real life sense? Like, for instance, there's one of the iterations where the helmet closes and then it's got a like thing that spins to tighten the helmet into place on the side in one of his mark, whatever.
Probably only the helmet, yeah.
Is that even possible?
One that I remember for the helmet is, that it closes here. I don't know if it was the first or the second, because the rest of the suit is very fantasy, let's say, for many things.
Well, like the rock, the jets coming out of the hands and the feet. You wouldn't even last 5 minutes with all that fuel.
Burn up.
Starting from the power source, it was the first thing that he built the reactor here. So since that is not real yet, probably, I mean, for the moment, it's the biggest limitation, at least for now. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. The actual elements that he was using instead of like necessarily like the mechanics behind it were more fantasy. I could see that.
The suit itself, probably no. I mean, at level of kinematics, plating, and so on, but it's all wasted because there is no power source. So it would be like wearing armor protection. That's it, without any real actuation or power.
Pretty much like medieval style.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the active exoskeletons, for example, that they use now for the rehab, only to power the legs to allow someone to walk, they last no more than 6 hours, and you have a battery pack of 20 kilos on the back. So it's the power source is the biggest limitation today. That's why most of the exoskeletons are passive in the industry.
So what's life like outside of besides Iron Man and work? What do you do? Like with your wife, what do you do for fun, for yourself?
For that,
that's it.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Every day there is work for sure in the morning. Then after that, apart from normal stuff like going out, we practice sport both. We have a dog. We go out and so on, all the usual stuff.
What does your wife do? Or I keep calling her your wife. What does your girlfriend do?
She's also partially studying, partially working. So
a stylist?
No. She wants to be. Partially studying and partially working.
Studying. She does want to be a stylist. Oh, okay.
That's like a passion, hobby.
In entertainment or just in general?
No, it's like she entertains a lot with style things and so on.
Oh.
As I entertain myself with the suit.
Does she? Okay. So as far as styling, she wants to do hair?
No, it's clothing, fashion.
Fashion. Okay. Oh, nice.
We talking
try on
like
the clothes she makes.
Yeah, we talking like haute couture, or are we talking like how fancy is this?
I don't know. That's our field. I don't.
He's like, hey, dude, I'm a robotics guy. I'm a mechanic. He's like, I don't do that.
Let me do the exoskeleton. I don't know more.
He said, that's the only kind of suit that I know anything about, man, is an exosuit.
For the rest, I'm terrible.
You got to make a video like that one day when you've got it fully assembled. You're like searching through your closet for like a suit for a fancy event, and then it's the exosuit.
This color, I don't like
it. The Italian Iron Man documentary.
Ooh.
There you go. Upload. That'll be the first video.
In 3 years in the cinema.
Yeah, coming next fall to Netflix.
Netflix.
Hey,
nobody goes to the theater, right?
They spit documentaries out like no tomorrow, man. I can see that.
That's
so
true.
Easily.
That is true. Wow.
Coming soon. The Italian Iron Man. That's kind of attractive. It's attractive.
The Italian Iron Man, Andrea Pacino.
He's the Italian plastic man.
That'll be the title of this podcast episode, the Italian Iron Man.
For the moment, plastic. Then we see if he gets to the iron step.
It started simple and then it got complicated.
Yeah.
Hey, humble beginnings, man. We were here on the ground level.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someday this can be all yours.
Oh wow.
I'm counting on that.
I would be super excited, man. Do you see in the future a possibility of like a commercial application for your exoskeleton?
If
like
answer,
being able to like market it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a dream, but when it comes to industry and market, things are more complicated. I mean, I see for my main job, how many steps are necessary, and it's quite. Either it has to become my first job, and even like that, it's complicated because it's not something you do on your own. You have to find a team and so on.
And that costs money.
Mm-hmm. Always
money and all of this stuff. Plus, as I was saying, it's quite new as a field, especially here. So it's complicated when people see it more as a movie stuff or a fantasy. Probably abroad is a step further, but here it's still at the beginning.
Oh.
This topic. So there are some companies, startups, but not so diffuse. As on the other place. Yeah.
The camera was on me, so I made a face. Do you? What makes you? I don't know how to ask this. Do you think your approach to this is different from anybody else that's doing this, or do you think it's a little bit like everybody else?
You mean Iron Man or exoskeleton?
Building this exoskeleton type of Iron Man suit. Do you feel like you're in the same pit with everybody else who's doing it around the world, or do you think you bring in a little something different to it?
No, and with some of the things on the same page, because I mean, many aspects of the suit are already known or are researched since a lot of time. So for something, yes. For something else, for example, I want to focus on the fact of having a suit which is full body. And you see around, there are many models which are only the upper part, so only the hands or the arms or the shoulders. I understand that it's simpler, but I don't like those solutions.
It's like you don't like half-created things. You want a full thing.
Yeah, half-created, plus when you have only the upper piece, you are not... you are taking the load from the upper part, let's say from the arms, and you are just moving somewhere else in the body. So on your hip or on your legs. You're not going to the ground. Instead, if you have a full bodysuit, every load that you take, it goes to the ground. So you don't really feel it. If you have only the upper part, it's not that you don't feel that weight. Your legs are feeling them instead of your shoulders.
That's true. You're a completionist.
So that's why I like mostly the full body. For this, not everyone is doing it. I understand why, but some of the companies or people developing it, yes.
So are a lot of these people who are doing this engineers? I'm starting to realize a lot of people who build these things are engineers.
If they do,
we're all engineers in some way, but yeah.
if they want to do exoskeletons which are functional, so they really reduce the load and so on, yes. If it's only the appearance, let's say, so if it's only aesthetics, then not necessarily. If you want to have something that really gives you a benefit, then majority of the cases, yes. Not all of them, but the majority, yes. It's not a strict requirement, but it helps a lot what you studied on the way, of course. It makes things faster or easier, because many things you take them from another field and you apply them to the exoskeleton field.
To the exoskeleton field, okay. I like that. Actually, it's like what's the word? Open source, maybe, where people are able to share information with each other and help not only improve upon the singular design, but then make it so that other people are able to improve their overall designs with this design, like this function.
Yeah, when you develop something, you don't keep it for yourself. You share it with some conditions, and you allow other people to improve it and share it back. So it's like you create a team around the world to improve the product.
Is there some sort of way of like recognizing people who have contributed in that way? Can they be like, oh, this was the the Nozzle Torino design, Mark V of like this spine backing for the exoskeleton, or like, something like that?
It really depends on the project, let's say, or on how the person wants to share the project or which condition it gives. For example, I'm sharing the previous version, but with the condition that people don't use it commercially. So they can modify it for their own, but they cannot sell pieces. It really depends on the project or the choices of the user.
I can understand that. And people either respect that or they get hit with like a, cease and desist or something. Yeah.
I don't think anything will happen, but it's up to the...
Yeah, right. You're like, hey, don't push me. I don't want to have to try it.
Yeah. We always hope that people are good on their own, let's say.
Yes. You try to have faith in humanity, so to speak.
Yeah. But here he is.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry. I had to go for a second. My wife was calling me.
Hey, we're all kind of in the same boat, man. Nozzle's got to go here soon.
Okay. That's perfect timing.
It was great timing. Actually,
we are on the same page.
Oh, I love it. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, friend.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do this again in the future when you've got more, updates on the suit.
Yeah, sure. I will. Plus, I will be in the new place, so I have more space. I will start to make videos. We can for sure have some updates.
I want to see progression on this suit.
You will.
I like that. I just saw that you, I think your latest post was you getting in the suit to get some more measurements for some more modifications you were making here soon.
For the neck mostly, yeah. I'm printing it now, the neck, so hopefully it works as I expect. So I can then go on the helmet.
Fingers crossed.
Let's see.
Anthony, you got any final thoughts for Andrea?
I just want to see this suit completed. I'm curious now.
Because for the moment it's only partial. It's here.
I love that. He's like, I promise, pinky. He's like, you're gonna get it.
Just the pinky.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, the hands. Nice.
Just the pinky.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Oh, full circle. Oh my gosh. All right, well, don't let us get you in trouble, man. Go to your lady.
We will keep updated. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Andrea.
Yeah. Bye. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
Red Bull should pay me for that.
Wow.
Barely alive.
For real, that's a sponsorship right there.
That's why I got so fat. Nobody knew it was the Red Bull.
Testify.
Should have done sugar-free all these years. Damn it.
You worth a Red Bull food cog? Being a judge that you cannot remember really much of?